What do I do now? I'm here. What do I do? Someone, please.
I think the first child, I honestly can't recall because I do not know what I was doing.
I have 0 WhatsApp group, and it's not because I've not tried. Just no one has ever it's not a thing. It's not a thing where we sit and talk about fatherhood.
Yes, let's talk about fatherhood. That's a challenge I saw.
It would be very nice for men and fathers to just have spaces where you can be safe.
But it's not the easiest thing.
That's true.
Yeah, so I don't know how. I don't know. This is an avenue for psychologists and other fathers to help other fathers find a way of expressing, or even mothers asking husbands how they're doing.
Guys, welcome back to A Dose of Health, the podcast. This is a podcast where I give you not too much, not too little, but just enough health information to make you make an informed decision. My name is Dr. Hope, and today I have some guests with me. And this is weird. I feel like I've not sat with men in the room, like just men. There's always like some estrogen. But I have men today. I have Tosh and I have Baraka, team, whatever you want to go by. They'll introduce themselves. So we can start over here.
Herman, Gitonga, the official government names.
In case someone is asking.
Yeah. Tosh comes from, my grandma used to call me Gitosh. Yeah, but my sister didn't think that was cool enough, so we shortened it to Tosh. Yeah.
Okay.
Team Baraka, Simiyu, brother to Dr. Hope. This is weird. Let me not lie. But anyway.
It's not weird. You're just another guest on the podcast.
Yeah.
We just happen to be related.
Yeah.
And you're not going to make Tosh feel like he's
willing
over here.
It's, well.
We'll try our hardest not to make it
Don't
like
try.
that.
It's okay. It's fine. It's, I hope it's a safe space.
It is a very safe space.
You're very okay.
Yeah.
Don't worry. Yeah,
Uh-huh.
so known out as Baraka. Baraka is the name I use primarily. Yes.
And for anyone who has been asking, yes, I do have a brother. This is my brother. And he's the father of all the children you
Yes. Yes.
So before we go into the main agenda for the day, I want to ask you guys, have you watched Inside Out, the movie?
I can't recall.
Actually, you can't recall. Okay, fine.
Recall.
Okay. But do you have
I have
a
a
rough
feeling.
idea
I have
about
an
what you
idea.
said? You
Yeah.
have
I
a
have
rough
a
idea?
feeling, yeah.
Okay, fine. So it basically talks about emotions. And I just want to find out. Yeah, so I call this segment like a journey to Inside Out. I want to find out where are you emotionally as of now.
This is, I think I got the wrong information. You're talking about it's, just
Yes, be in touch with the emotions. Where are you emotionally as of now? Or how are you feeling?
wow, it's, heavy questions.
Thinking hard?
Don't think too hard.
Where am I emotionally?
Mm-hmm.
It depends on the day.
Today, like now.
Like now?
Yeah, now.
Tired.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's been a long day.
It's a long week.
Okay.
Yeah.
A long 3-day week.
Yeah. It's very confusing.
Okay.
Yeah. It's very confusing.
Interesting. At least you have a long weekend, so.
In our industry, there.
Oh, in your that's why.
Yeah, that's why.
Oh, sorry to you. Okay, next.
Weirdly the same. Tired. But then additional for me is also thinking ahead. I have
You're
to be...
anticipating your next emotion?
Yes.
Okay.
I have a little one who today morning refused to let go of me when I was going to work because she's not seen me for 1.5 weeks, kinda. So yeah, that's so.
Okay.
Yes, tired, but also that planning ahead emotionally because you need to be
Present.
present.
Okay.
Wow,
Fair
wow,
enough.
Wow, he's the right person to have on this episode.
No, we need balance.
That's
We need balance. That's why you're here, Tosh.
Thanks.
Yeah,
Thanks.
that's why you're here.
Appreciate it.
Okay, fine. Now, moving on. Medical jargon. Is there a word, a phrase, a medical term that you've been hearing or you've heard many times, you haven't yet understood what it is that you'd like me to debunk? That's my gift to you today as a doctor.
Do I have to ask it now?
No, you can ask. Okay, if you remember, you can
'cause I
ask
might,
it in the episode.
Like at midnight, I'm like, wait.
At midnight.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
No. For the episode, you can. That one
Okay,
at midnight, you can
okay.
ask. But for the episode,
For the
is there-
episode,
yeah.
for the episode, I don't have.
Okay.
Yeah.
Baraka or Menu as team.
And you can just call me Tim.
Okay.
Yeah, let's make it simple.
Okay.
I don't have any on my fingertips right now because I am used to my mother being my
Okay.
After my
medical
7 years of med
dictionary.
school.
I
Okay.
am still learning how to say Dr. Hope. But no, I've been using it lately.
Yeah, you
But,
have. Yeah, you have.
so I'm
Okay,
learning.
in case you remember during
So-
the episode.
There's one I
Oh,
can ask. Let me
Oh,
say
okay.
one now.
Uh-huh.
Maybe just it's not really medical jargon, but just like clarification on eczema, for example.
God damn
Mainly,
it.
no, that's not for example. Actually, eczema.
An eczema.
Because I personally had eczema when I was young.
Mm-hmm.
But I've grown up knowing eczema is only.
Oh, actually. So,
Yeah.
and we had an episode where there's a specialist who came and talked about eczema. So it's dermatitis. It's an allergic reaction of the skin. And eczema is not always present. There are flares. Flares meaning today it's there, tomorrow my skin looks normal, or tomorrow I'm not feeling like I have any symptoms that are in line with eczema. Yeah.
So what are the symptoms?
The symptoms, now you have dryness of the skin. It's also itchy and flaky sometimes. Then if it has now these other conditions associated with it, they'll have redness of the eyes. So we call that conjunctivitis. And you've seen like people who are, he's the perfect example because growing up, this is what he used to do all the time. This. So they have runny nose, they have red eyes, they might have dietary allergies. Gluten sensitivity is one of them, for example. Then the skin manifestations. And there's one more I feel like I can't remember. Yeah, but they don't all have to manifest at the same time or at once. Yeah. So it's very important to get an allergy screen, especially if you as a parent have the allergy, your child might also have the allergy. Yeah. And now that we're talking about children and eczema, you started so nicely. Do you want to explain why you're here today?
I, as the guest.
Uh-huh.
So, yes, we were invited to talk about fatherhood. I'm still accepting that I'm a father.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Good. At least
So
we're on the
father-
same page. Yeah. So the idea was to talk about what it is to be a father, your fatherhood experience, your fatherhood journeys, the ups, the downs, the fun parts, the not so fun parts. Because over the years, Mother's Day is, even until today, you'll never forget Mother's Day. But sometimes Father's Day, you're just like, it's this month again. Then you get not again, but like it's this
you
month.
see there. You see
Sorry. Then you get socks, or like you get, sometimes the gifts might be an afterthought.
We're reminded by Junction adverts.
Also, even yourselves, you don't know.
No, we're
Yes,
reminded.
You get used to not.
You get used to. Okay, I'm not used to it because of my few years of fatherhood.
Yeah.
But yes, even when remembering my father,
Yeah.
you're reminded by adverts for Junction.
That's true.
Oh, there's a kayak
Instagram
sale.
now.
And now it's like Instagram.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's true. Yeah. So we want to not forget that Father's Day is coming up. Do you know the date of Father's Day this year? It's gonna be a long journey, guys. It's June 15th, if I'm not wrong.
June 15th.
If I'm not
Oh,
wrong.
then I was not off.
You didn't say anything?
Yeah, no, in my head.
Okay. Yeah, it's probably June 15th. So we just want to celebrate your experience and get to hear from you guys, the newer dads in town. What is it like for you? Tell us. So it's a safe space. Be open. Please, I do not want okay. I do not want fine.
Damn it.
Expound your answer. Yeah. Sawa.
So,
Good. We're on the same page. Now, just starting it off. Did you guys always want to be fathers? Is it something you thought about?
thought about. I
Yeah.
don't know about thought about, but I knew I wanted to be a dad. I love kids. I have 2 nieces and 2 nephews, and just the joy. Even before them, I think just being around other people's kids, I knew I wanted to be a dad. No particular reason. I can't say because there's this particular reason that I want to be a dad,
Yeah.
but just knew I wanted to be. Yeah.
Okay. And how many kids do you have now?
Currently is one full
Currently,
child.
whoa.
One full child.
A boy
Another
or a
one?
girl?
A girl.
Okay.
16 months.
Wow. Oh, that's so small.
Yeah, she's very tiny.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah, also very cute. Yeah.
Okay.
Tick,
Okay.
tick,
Well,
tick.
He's giving you a timer. Apana, no. When you're ready.
no.
When you're ready.
No.
When you're ready. Okay, now over to you. Did you always want to be a dad?
Yes. We've grown up knowing that this is the routine you come from. Boy, man, father.
Mm-hmm.
So yes, I've always wanted to be a father. Is it the way that, the girl can come and tell you, no, I haven't thought about my whole wedding and everything. I want to be a mother and what? It wasn't that deep, but it was down for, I've seen fathers enjoying time with the children. And for me, became a goal, kind of like a goal.
Okay.
Yeah, so being a father was part of the plan.
Okay. I mean, clearly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's achieving his
How
goal.
many children do you have? We forgot to ask.
Hey,
Overachieve.
so
Overachiever.
thanks to my wife, not me. But
You were part of
anyway,
the activities.
No. You'll understand
Kids,
why.
it takes two.
Thank you.
No. The kids, the process of kids, yes, takes two. No lies. So we have 3 children, 3 beautiful, handsome children.
Okay.
Firstborn just turned 3, and she will remind you that she's 3. And then the second bonds, yes, twins. So yeah, that's why I say
Because she has a family history of twins.
yes on both sides of her parents.
So you're saying there would have been 2.
So the first time we didn't get twins, we're like,
Yeah.
okay. The second time,
Okay. So were you expecting twins? Like even before you checked like the first ultrasound, did you like have it in mind that it could be?
we even said that you can have triplets and we're done.
Oh, okay.
You get?
Yeah.
'Cause, yes, we wanted to have, our agreement was, both, we lied at 3 children, the balance of our numbers. So yes, at the goal right now. But we're like, the process, if it comes even once.
That's okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we knew that there was that chance.
Yeah.
Yeah. So when first child came, we're like, 1. Okay, let's start slowly. Yeah, but yeah.
Okay. And what was your view on fatherhood? Like growing up, what do you guys think about being a dad or like fatherhood from your experiences?
I don't know whether I have any. So how I grew up, we were raised by our grandma.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so no present dad. So there's no quote unquote baggage to unpack from my dad or any expectations that were passed down. So it was like a clean slate to form my own.
By the way, you're writing the story.
Yeah. You like the other day I went to the car wash with my daughter, and guys were just like,
You're lost.
Like that's weird.
Yes.
yeah.
Oh.
First of all, it's your daughter. That's one, and then it's a child.
Same to me. We've done that.
Okay.
Same look. You get the looks. You're like,
You get looks from this is like, why is this weird? Why is it? It's me. It's a father having time with their daughter.
Yeah. Okay.
It's as simple as that. But yeah, so if that's what I'm imagining. If I had a dad growing up, some of the patriarchal African traditional sense of a dad would have been passed down.
Okay.
Yeah, so kazi yako ni provide and be the Iron Man for the house.
Yeah. And that's it.
That's it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. That's true actually.
Yeah.
What about you?
we grew up in a, like they say, what about you?
What about us?
We grew up in a house where both parents were present.
Yeah.
But our view of a father was hugely provider. That's how we've known. Because when you go, dad is gone to work. He's just traveled out for work. He won't be here for 3 months, traveled for work. So that's the image you grew up with, like, provider.
Yeah.
Provider. So even me, no lies, even when the first kid came, mind went straight to provider. Yeah. So that's the biggest logo stamped.
Yeah.
That's the idea I had of a father stamped on the head. So yeah.
And now
And protector.
And protector.
Yeah.
Okay. Now that you're there actively, Have things changed, even for you, Tosh, because you're writing your own, book? Has anything changed for you, Tim? But for Tosh, do you feel any pressure? Because everything is now it's new for you. Do you feel any pressure to go a certain direction? Am you're just like, let's try this, let's try that?
The pressure is always there because of society. There are in-laws, there are friends.
Yeah.
So of course the pressure is always there to first and foremost to know what exactly you're doing. It's like now you are a dad, you have to act like you have it together because you're the man of the house. So there's that pressure, regardless whether you have any expectations. Yeah.
Okay. What about for you?
A lot has changed in terms of thinking of fatherhood, mainly because of interaction with different people's ideas of fatherhood. Yeah, because also, for example, in school, I grew up with a lot of guys who didn't have fathers. So it's weird where you're like, man, no, the norm is dad is there.
Yeah.
But someone that doesn't have his dad, everything is still in check, they're in line. They have that full man, as in, they're braver than I am. I'm like, guys, what's up? So that has made me approach it with an open mind of, okay, it's not just protector. Let me
There's
should
more
take
to
time
it.
and just interact. I think for me, I've learned it's more of, for me, what I am trying to do, is a lot of more interaction with the children, so I can provide what the children need.
Yeah.
Not provide financially, even emotionally. Just like the days where I learned that girl just wants me to be there. You jump around me. Just sit.
Daddy's girl.
Oh yes. I'm learning. Just sit.
Yeah.
Even if the days where I've had to go to work with her. Yeah. Like I just stand, supervise whatever is happening, and she can run around me. Yeah. And that'll be the story for her for the rest of the 2 weeks. Yeah. So
I like that.
I think for me, I'm still learning what fatherhood is. And just trying to add my spice.
I was about to say we all laugh.
Tell us.
Tell us. Sina maoni. Yeah. Okay. I like that because now this whole narrative is on how you're drafting or you're writing your own story of fatherhood and how you're doing it differently. But I want to find out, when you got your first children or your current child, were you planning?
Another one.
There's another one on the way.
That is why I was doing. That is why I was doing this. But it's not my place to say.
Oh, Aish, Muka so fast. Ooh. Okay. Were you
Yes,
guys
I call them
actively
months.
planning? Did it just happen
Sorry.
when you got your first child, or when your partner tells you, "Oh my gosh, we are pregnant"? Were you expecting? How was it for you?
How was that journey?
Yeah.
Well, we had talked about it. We knew it was time. I think for her, she was excited. But it didn't hit me until we're now visiting the doctor to do the scans, and then
You're like, it's real.
we're like, oh wow, the heartbeat, and then now you are excited.
Yeah.
And then there's fear. Yeah.
Okay.
You're like, oh, okay, this is fun. This is there's happiness, and then you'll be like, wait, now that's a whole human you have to take care of. Yeah.
And how did you deal with the fear?
You go on with the life. Kama mwanaume.
Yeah. So we're gonna change that today. But okay, next we're gonna change that.
For me, it was a different kind of a journey. Because yes, we were planning, but reality hits. We lost our first one.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Yeah. So that's how I got to know that she was pregnant. Because even her, she didn't know.
Yeah.
Yeah. So from there, any trial that we did now was when now she got to know she's pregnant and this one was holding. It was more of now protect. For me, thinking as a protector.
Yeah.
So it was the feeling of woo was the day we were going to hospital.
Like to deliver.
Yes. Because that whole time I'm playing protect.
Oh, yeah.
You understand?
Yeah. Okay.
Mentally, I can be there. I'm like, yeah, you're pregnant, but I'm like, I've learned to wait until they come out.
Yeah.
I'm like this.
Yeah.
So that was
That was.
it was a tough period for us, let me say that.
Yeah.
Because everyone is happy, but you're cautious. Yeah, you've held on the news, you can't just tell anyone. Yeah. So it was a sweeter journey at the end, let me say, in terms of attachment.
Okay, now I'm realizing. Okay, fine. Yeah, that don't tell anyone. I'm realizing why. The why behind that. Okay.
Yeah. So because people telling you don't tell people.
Yeah. And I'm just like, what do you mean don't tell me? My mouth is too big. Like I want to tell someone.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it was a up and down journey in terms of emotional roller coaster. It's because I was doing more protection of baby and also of wifey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So now the baby has come. And then the baby has come. Are you realizing it's a baby? Like what's... First of all, did you guys know your genders? The gender of the baby before it came?
Oh, yeah.
You knew?
Yeah,
No.
I did.
You didn't know?
We decided not to know.
Okay.
Yeah. So we decided not to know.
I think I even jumped. What was your the labor and delivery story like? Were you in the room? Were you not in the room?
I was outside.
Okay.
I was outside to see us. So
Yeah.
So
but the journey, we also, okay, when I say that it hit when now we're going to Hosi,
Yeah.
we went 2 times. Scares where she's saying she's having contractions. You call the doctor says go to Hosi, go get checked. So we're done that twice. So through that pain, the labor there for me, that's a nice. It was properly hitting. You're like, okay, good, we're here. Final higher, it's a baby. Higher, are you prepared? Higher.
Yeah.
You know, just bought on your bed and what? Higher.
You've just done what?
No, as in, that's the thing. How she's sorted out. She sorted herself out.
Okay.
But you see, me, it's now those things are now hitting. Yeah. We bought a car seat. Was it a week and a half after the first visit? After the first that emergency visit to the Hosi.
Yeah.
So when I said now it's all
like
rushing.
It's real.
Yeah, that's when it's all rushing. The day of the delivery, I was having an event at Kasarani. And that time we were staying Karen End. Yeah. Near Karen. And suddenly at 6 you get a call like, I am going to hospital now. That's a night, like properly hitting, like.
Was that the actual day?
That was the actual day.
Okay.
That was the actual day. Took me 20 minutes.
You were unprepared? Tell us what about you?
One thing I want to say is someone needs to do a class on when you get to the hospital. Because when you get the call that is happening, you're like, okay, you have 2 options: go pick her, take her to the hospital, or it's Uber, or if there's someone close, they'll take them. So her and she went. She went to the Uber. So I got to the hospital. I'm like, okay, what happens? What do we do?
The process.
What do I do now? I'm here. What do I do? Someone, please. I know this doctor's moving. It was like, hata nakupita hivi. It was like, someone, please. Yeah. But just
noted. Yeah, that's noted.
Yeah, someone needs to do a class for us. It's like, okay, now you register your wife, her blood group. Anyway, rewinding back to the journey. I think it was hard for her. And I didn't know how to be. I didn't know how to be there for her.
Okay.
As our first time pregnancy. So you don't know what to do. She'll tell you, I'm tired. You don't know whether to tell her to go to sleep or to help her with. You have no idea how to handle. You might respond the wrong way. She's upset. So it was a roller coaster. Yeah. And then the cravings for, I want this at this time. It was like, okay, sure. I'll make it. I'll open up.
I'll make it happen.
You have no idea how to. So thankfully, her, unlike other stories we've had, her cravings weren't that bad. They were very, there are foods she couldn't eat, and that was it. And then once in a while, she'd be like, okay, I want soda. That was it.
Okay.
Yeah. Like now, our current pregnancy, I need if someone knows someone at Coca-Cola, I need like 2 crates of bitter lemon.
Coca-Cola over to you?
Yeah, because every time she eats, and then Coke. Not Coke.
Bitter lemon.
Yeah.
Okay.
It helps her keep the food down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You've mentioned a part I think I should have talked about earlier, the pregnancy journey. How were you present for now your partner? He's mentioned it was a bit hard because he didn't know what to do. What about for you?
So for us, I think we were just coming off COVID.
Yeah.
So I feel I was more present, unlike this last one. So, but number one, I am a fixer.
Mm-hmm.
I felt like we were bashing heads because of, you tell me a problem, my aim is to unsort you, unsort it. Yeah. So I think we had a lot of ups and downs, of just understanding. Not understanding, me understanding her. Let me not say not understand
So
each other.
communicating.
Yeah,
in short.
communicating.
Okay.
Yeah. So, but it was more of a supportive, as I said, I was mainly a supportive role. That was the main thing. I don't know if I did it very well. I don't know. But
let me tell you, because I was given the facts. I'm joking.
The good thing is that
Files.
the good thing is that
No, I wasn't there actually.
yeah, there,
I was in Karatina.
Yes, she was out of town. The good thing is that
I worked out of town.
when you'd come around, maybe the pointers you'd give us would actually a good holding place, because me, I don't like going to hospital. I feel like doctors have 25,000 different versions of how something is, but somebody who's closer to you will kind of give it in a way that it's not really on the medicine side, but helps. So it used to help me understand what should, because at the beginning she had a lot, she shouldn't retain the food. You remember? So that helped me know how to help her. Yeah. So it was more for me a challenge of how do I help her. That was the biggest challenge for me.
And I think clearly that's a common challenge on how to respond. I would honestly, I can't even give you an answer because I've never been in that situation. But I guess it's different for everyone. But just identifying that you found that as kind of a challenge, I think it sets you up better for the next time. So you're just maybe I should address this or rather try something different here. But one thing I'd say is many a times, and this I've experienced when I'm handling mothers, when I was handling mothers, one thing they would say is how their partners respond is not how they'd want to respond. Meaning you've responded how you thought best instead of just asking, okay, fine, yeah, you've said you're tired. What would you like? Is where you were saying you don't know whether to go to sleep or do this. Just ask the person, so what would you like to do? Or how would you like me to answer this or address this? And then you communicate. Maybe it doesn't work for you. Maybe it works for them. Then you find a common ground. But that's besides the point. Now, we're in the hospital. I want to hear, how was that for you? And you're trying to jump over that. But no, how was it when the baby actually comes out and now you're told you have a 3 kg live female infant? Because that's how they break it down to you. Next.
Use the TV version.
That's the TV version. That's how we say it. I'm doctoring too much because as we say, live female infant or live male infant. The baby. Anyway, the baby has come. You've been told, congratulations, Dad, you're now a father. What's running through your mind?
So it depends on the kind of birth, because CS currently they don't allow you in the room.
Yeah.
So because it was a CS,
I
was outside.
Okay.
Yeah, I was outside the theater room.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then so you again, hospitals and doctors.
Hey, we are sorry.
The child is born.
Yeah.
So I'm like, no, it's not that one. Okay, is it that one?
You're not peeping.
You're looking for your baby?
Yeah, because no one comes and says, okay, your baby is born. She's in room.
Yeah.
So the delivery doctor, who was the doctor we were seeing even before. So now when he came out, he was like, oh yeah, your baby's in the 3rd floor. I'm like, okay.
Just in front of you, did.
Okay. So yeah, so it was a very confusing few moments until I went and held her. Yeah, it was overwhelming. The joy was overwhelming. Yeah.
Wow.
It's like nothing you've experienced before.
Yeah.
Yeah, in terms of joy.
You see, fathers, I need to speak more like this. Yeah, that's really nice.
Yeah.
Their mom says, it's a love you've never understood. You don't even know how to explain it.
That's 100% true.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
There's an attachment that the minute just hold the baby. There's an
Yeah.
attachment that is instant that you can't even explain.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now I believe you guys are fathering differently, like in your own way. First of all, did the deliveries go smoothly? Were there any complications?
No.
For you, it was smooth.
Yeah,
Ours was smooth also.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yours was smooth as well.
Yeah.
Okay. How long was the hospital stay?
2 days we were out.
2 days.
For both of
For
them?
us. No, you're talking about first one.
Okay.
Yeah. So the first one was simple. In and out. What can I say? In and out is 2 days. 2 days.
Yeah.
2 days and you're gone.
Yeah.
Home. You're released to go home. The second one, because they're twins, I'm being told they're not premature, but they're premature. So it was a very confusing state for us. Because although your babies are not premature, they're not being put in an incubator. They're there. But then suddenly they're in NICU. So we were there for a week. It was going to 5 days, yeah. Yeah. It's going to 5 days. Actually, mother was discharged, but we said 2 extra days.
Because of the
Yeah,
babies?
boarding. For the
Okay.
babies. Yeah.
And did you feel like your experience with the healthcare system was like smooth? Do you think there's something they could have done better? Because I know at that time you're anticipating, you're just like, me, I just want my babies. Like, I want to carry them. I want to care for them. But then you're being told, okay, fine, 1 hour. But like, it's limited interaction with them. So how was that experience for you? Because I know this can also translate to how you relate with the child even later on. So how was that for you?
Generally, it was already confusing because for the first pregnancy, the baby was brought to the room. Like after mother had woken up.
Yeah.
So we're already there holding, you cozy with them, the whole process.
Yeah.
For the second one was weird because we went to the room. I think I'm going to the they say baby ward. So as to expect, even when mother comes from theater, she's like, let me sleep. I know they should be brought at around 3 a.m. for me to feed.
Yeah.
3 a.m. reaches. We're both awake, nothing. Okay, so just sleep. You'll be told what to do. 8 a.m., nothing. So it was confusing. I don't even have to go out and find like,
What's happening?
What's happening? Kids are not being brought, or is that different thing? So for the challenge we had with the second kid was communication. Like if there's something off, let us know.
Yeah.
If okay, it's not that easy, but it's better for me to know than start overthinking.
Yeah.
What's happening.
Yeah.
So we finally go and see them. They're all on tubes. Okay, just oxygen. It's not bad. But that I imagine you've already been overthinking. The mother has been, because the mother couldn't walk yet because from CS to wait, has not seen them for nearly
hours now.
Yeah, hours. So how her can be an overthinker sometimes.
Even me, honestly, I feel like I'd be overthinking in that situation. Yeah.
So I think for me the communication just made it very complicated in the second pregnancy.
Okay. I think that's even for me, like just watching, because I was watching the whole time and I was like, that's a place we need to do better as the healthcare system. Just communicating, saying that, okay, fine, now we are here. Even when you're saying when the baby came out, this is your baby, we are going to this place, you can follow us to see the baby. That communication is so important.
Yeah.
So yes.
Just to add on that.
Yeah.
So me, I had heard stories of kids being swapped in the baby ward. So the minute I found my child,
what did you do?
I didn't leave her.
Are you serious?
I'm so serious. I didn't leave her. The nurse was like, okay, I need to take her to Nina. I'm like, I'm coming. She's like, no, you can't go in. What do you mean I can't go? I am going. He said, I'm going, or you don't take her. You choose. Because of the stories, you go up my child for... No. I don't know if it's true, but I was like, I'm not taking any chances.
Well, representing the medical field, we don't do that. But for the cases that have been reported, Sasa, I don't know what to say. But ideally, that shouldn't be the case.
Yeah, so I didn't...
Where?
I didn't go into that hospital with the most positive of mindsets.
Yeah.
It's like me, I'm not taking any chances. You will not like me, but...
How are you doing it? How do you plan to do it the second time round? Are you a bit more eased, more calm?
Most likely, yeah.
Okay, I like to hear that.
Yeah.
Now the babies have come. Oh, we're all happy. They're cute. They're chubby. Now we've gone home. And reality is checking in. It's you and the children. How was the postpartum phase for you guys? I know postpartum is mostly something that we talk about for mothers, but for you guys, when your partners or your spouses were going through postpartum, how was that for you? How did you navigate that situation?
I think it's very similar to the pregnancy journey, in the sense that the mother is the one that goes through a lot of the physical and emotional transformations even after. So I feel like it's very similar to the sense that you don't know what am I supposed to do now. Okay, I've gotten 2 weeks of work. But the mom is breastfeeding when the baby's awake, and then when she's not breastfeeding, the baby's asleep. So you don't know what to do with yourself. Okay, you've gone out and gotten whatever the house needs, and then so there's that. I don't know what to do. Fortunately, our beautiful child was sleeping throughout the night, which is not very common. So it wasn't as difficult to navigate for the both of us, because like, okay, she'll wake up at 3 a.m. If she wakes up, here's a bottle, you feed her and put her back to sleep. At least that's where I was able to help.
To help, not to help, to do.
To do.
Yeah, to do.
To do. It's the reason I'm saying help is because
you're doing it with the guidance.
Okay, yeah, I understand, yeah. And had you interacted with babies, you seem to love children, had you interacted with babies before, like newborns? Were you able to change a diaper? Were you comfortable carrying a baby, feeding a baby?
Oh yeah, fortunately, I had the experience.
Okay.
Two nieces and 2 nephews.
Okay. So for you, at least it wasn't a foreign plant.
It was like, whoa.
Because people are scared to carry babies.
Yeah. Because they feel fragile.
Yeah. You should see how they're handling the water.
I
saw.
And it's not unsafe. It's just that the nurses it's not unsafe.
Okay.
They're trained how to carry the babies. They know what part to support, So to you, it looks like, oh my God, my baby. But they know what they're doing. They really do. You don't seem convinced, but they do.
And shall take your word.
I sat in the NICU for over an hour, just seeing how babies are being handled. No, but at the end of it, I was like, okay, it makes sense. Because it's like it was a repeat. For you only see it once or once a few. So you think, hey, you've been rough. But you see that's the same way it's done with all. And you see the exact same position holding. You're like, okay, well, some comfort has come in.
Yeah, and the babies are not crying. So they're not
you and you're very cautious there, that wailing. But nurse just comes and takes. So then just relaxes.
But even
sorry.
Even the baby ward gives you perspective, because there are infants in there that can't breathe by themselves. There are some that have just come from surgery, so it gives you perspective. For you think you are the protector and provider, that you have this. It's not.
It's a different thing.
It's not up to you.
And there's a type of protection that you don't have the capacity to do. Even the provision. Sometimes you're just like, I can give you all the money, but you still need the oxygen to breathe. So that's actually very true. What about for you, Tim? Let me tell you, this ones, especially for the first baby, I don't think I was there a lot. I was in and out. But for the twins, I know when he hasn't slept, like you can just tell. You can just tell when, hey, it's been a long night. So how was your experience? Like now the baby is here, you're at home, it's just you guys. Keep this child alive.
I think the first child, I honestly can't recall because I do not know what I was doing. I know I've changed a baby. I know the best things of how, but you see, I'm not alone.
Yeah.
The mother is the primary giver. So I need to do things also in a way that she's comfortable with. So it took time of us just understanding, okay, you like it this way. Let me do it this way for you to have peace of mind. So that took time. I don't think I was the best support structure at that point.
It's good you've clocked it.
I honestly,
No.
I knew that.
No,
I knew that.
We discussed about it. I think life made us discuss about it after.
No, I was not even thinking it a bad way. Sometimes people can't tell that maybe I should have done more there. So the fact that you actually have insight to it, that's a good place to be. Yeah.
So life made us have that discussion. So yeah. So yes, the fact that I can't recall exactly what I did, and then I know I was not the best support structure that time.
Yeah.
Kind of made me really cautious about the twins. But then now it's a whole different space. Because also with the first one, it was one child and some freedom because of COVID, and when I was working, had some free time. I would be like, many in the evenings would be available to support.
Yeah.
The world has opened back to where it should be. In our industry, it is
busy, booked and busy.
And then the time we need the most support might not be available.
Yeah.
Especially when it goes towards the weekend. So it's at the stage where I'm still seeing what extra can I do. But yeah, so that guilt of I've not helped you, but is there anything else
I can
do that can help you, even if it's not just on the kids now? So yeah, how to communicate that also is it's difficult because the mental space is on there now. Yeah, it's on the catering for because they're old.
Guy,
4
you're
months.
asking me how old
I'm
you are.
counting.
Oh.
Hey,
It's rhetorical.
I learned.
You have a defender here. He's like, it's rhetorical.
Yeah. No, why I was asking that is because she counts in weeks. I'm counting in months. You understand?
Yeah.
So that's why I was doing that.
She probably counts in weeks because of clinic.
Because of clinic,
the clinic visits.
Yeah. So that one we learned. Even the first child I learned. I'll always be either a week ahead because I'm counting in months. Yeah. So 4 months. If I'm not wrong, you can correct me. But
Give or take.
So you see, that's the delicate stage of where you're still getting routines locked.
Yeah. Sometimes you have to force a routine. Yeah.
So that's the place. So like you see, even if I say, how can I help you? The mental space is locked on, no, I am working on this routine now and I'm not available to help work on that routine. It's where now you just sit back and say, okay, what else can I do?
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, because of that, it can be mentally taxing, I know. What are some of the challenges that you guys have experienced with fatherhood? Maybe you can talk about like the highs and also the lows, because I don't like talking about challenges alone. And also, like, how do you manage that? Like, do you talk to each other? Do you have support groups? Or like dad and me? Neither this mommy and me. Like, how do you guys cope? Fungua roho, please.
So the way our society is, mothers, and it's I'm not against it. Mothers they have support. Like they have, like currently my wife is in a WhatsApp group for I don't know what, and then another one. I have 0 WhatsApp groups for and it's not because I've not tried. No one has ever, like, it's not a thing. It's not a thing where we sit and talk about fatherhood. Society, like a society, we don't sit and do that. So that kind of support is, so you have to form your own support system.
How have you guys done that?
The people around you. So I have friends who are fathers. So you talk about the experience. You talk about what you're currently going through, and then you also see how, because we do more visual than
talking.
So seeing how other dads are. This is what you do. This is how you discipline your child. Okay, why do you discipline your child like that? It's like, okay, this is why. So that has helped me.
Okay. If there are groups, I think I've heard of a few, but if there are groups, would you be interested in joining some of these groups? Now, you see, that's where the challenge normally lies. Because I know they're random people. I know they But you know, that's actually how the mom groups form. It's just random moms who are going through similar struggles or similar challenges, and they come together and they start just sharing, like, oh, you could try this, oh, you could do this, my doctor might like that. That's basically how it comes about.
I know that's a contortion what you said, because see, for example, like us when we got the twins, that day when the lactation nurse walked into the room, oh, by the way, let me add you into this group.
For twins?
Yeah. Immediate.
Yeah.
I'm like, you guys don't even know, like, you don't even have her number yet. But you should just
Like, get my
check.
number
Hey,
first.
you've woken up? I should add you to this group for twins.
Yeah.
And yes, people are sharing their challenges. Yes and what. For us, let me say, doing a second routine of taking fatherhood.
Yeah.
Second routine taking fatherhood of the twins. For me, I saw it more of, it may not be easy to make a group, but our circle, I realized that we all have kids around the same group. And if I'm not wrong, remember so we decided, let's just have a hangout.
Yeah.
Of
Wow.
all of us, the dads and
aspiring dads.
No, yeah. It was dads, our circle just of friends.
Yeah.
The ones who were, whether you have a child or you're not, let's just hang out. It was mainly to visit one who had gotten a child, but that was last year. But we've taken so long to visit. But let's do it, because this is the way we will continue the visitations of different groups, and this is how we can actually interact and actually talk more about fatherhood. Herman won't say that, yes, let's talk about fatherhood. That's a challenge I saw.
Would you say?
Even me, it's not that easy.
Okay.
It's not that easy. Have one or two people who I can say, yo, how is fatherhood? Yeah. But when you're in a group setting, it's easier for us to talk about event life, and suddenly slowly bring in, fatherhood has made me have to rethink this way, then just start on fatherhood straight.
Yeah.
So just using those our existing groups and our life journey, how we're going together, let's support each other as our aim, because people have totally different paths of how
that's true.
Fatherhood
Different perspectives.
happens.
Yeah. I feel like that's a good thing, because the support is, what I realize is sometimes support has to start from you. So you just leverage what you have. So the fact that you're forming that group amongst yourself, that's a good place to start. Maybe now you'll form that WhatsApp group that someone else will be like, Kai, these are random men. How do I even join that group and start, sharing my... Not that you have
The problem is that group will have fatherhood 20%.
Now,
then
you see, that's another
70%
thing.
other things.
That's another thing. When you guys talk about like something that's so deep, it's like 10 minutes. And then it's like, by the your car, by the your bike, and you're just like,
Hey, that
But
bike.
Tosh, where did you do your lights?
Yeah.
It becomes a whole discussion.
Actual question, when you are in this group and you're talking about fatherhood, do you talk about it to the point where you're helping that person who initiated the conversation solve their problem? Am I just like, like in life, and then you move on?
So honestly, we just began. Let me say that.
Okay.
Let me say, honestly, we just began. Like we just had, let me say, one major visit. And I've planned a second one. At least that's planned a second one.
Hey, big ups to you.
So it's I think it's more of support.
Yeah.
That's our aim. It's more of support.
When
for you of coming, you're like, hey, your child is healthy.
Because I can say even just watching him go get the twins, the first few weeks it was a bit rough. You could tell, like mtu kuna kakitu, like it's a lot, but he's not talking. And when you ask him, so how are you? Oh, yeah, I'm fine. Okay. And I'm just like, me, I can see you're not okay. But his answer is, I'm not okay. So even that was the main idea of this podcast, because I watched your experience, and it would be very nice for men and fathers to just have spaces where you can be safe. Like regardless of whatever is happening in your life, you just come together, talk about your challenges, hopefully find a solution or some solutions for those challenges, help someone else, and keep the conversation going. Like you can now switch to your bikes and your cars or whatever. So that was the whole idea. So please continue. Now it becomes a third person. And you don't wait for someone to deliver and then you're like, now you're going to visit. Go and visit even now when the kids
actually, when guys deliver, you wait until the kid is like turning one. That's
one.
That's how it began.
Tosh, one. When did he visit your baby?
I haven't yet visited.
No, mnasema your friends.
Because the day we're visiting was whose birthday?
Chika.
Thank you.
Okay.
We had actually planned, then
Sawa.
it moved.
I forgive
and
you.
Moved.
I forgive you on Tosh's behalf.
But that's why. So those are things.
Yeah.
You see, also not because of fatherhood. You know how you think that people coming over is the best thing. You feel like the support, but for your spouse might feel the opposite.
Yeah.
So sometimes you're like, it's okay, let's not rush the visit when child is born. You settle, get back to work, nini. Let's be a visit where I'm not putting pressure on you.
That's
It'll
true.
be more of a hangout or whatever. and then you don't feel the pressure is on you. Yeah.
Now, before we're almost at the end, I know you've talked for so much. They say they're gonna give me 20 minutes, but they've given me more, and I'm happy.
We're even surprised.
You're even surprised. Do you guys subscribe to gender roles in your parenthood journey?
Let me say not actively.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
but we do, but not actively. Like this is what my wife is comfortable doing. Like she's a great cook.
I'm not
cooking.
a great cook.
Yeah, I'm not. Thank you. I'm not a great cook. I don't like cooking. Like
Same.
Baraka is looking at us like
I know, and it's a normal thing, by the way. They need to understand. I also don't like cooking. I can wash dishes, by the way, but I don't.
just give me the dishes.
I can wash dishes, but I don't like cooking.
Yeah, so
She bakes.
Yeah, I bake.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. So we're not.
You're not the same.
You don't like even baking?
Yes,
Okay. It's a special case.
Yeah. If I'm by myself and there's no food, I will eat takeout.
Okay.
That's
how serious it is.
That's how serious it is. So because of that, she's a great cook, but she's not in love with the idea of cooking.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
She doesn't hate it, but she's not in love with the idea of cooking. But she'll make fantastic food.
Yeah.
So I'll be like, okay, if I don't like to cook, you'll come back home because we both work.
Yeah.
Come back home tired, so I can't expect you. We've come at roughly the same time.
Yeah.
I get home at like 9 p.m. She's gotten home at like 6 p.m. Just because I came at 9 p.m., I can't expect you to cook. So I'll be like, also, what do we do? Hire help.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like that.
Who can cook?
Even diapers and everything, feeding the baby.
Feeding them is just who is available and who has the capacity to do it in that particular moment.
Okay, I love that. I love that. And for yourself?
So
he's a great chef.
Yeah, he's a great chef. Wait, but I don't. He barely cooks these days.
Yeah.
But yes, he's a great chef.
Yeah, I don't cook these days.
Yeah, you're denying us of such good food.
No, but also because when I cook, I'm told I use the whole kitchen. But anyway, so
you do. You're like your mother. Anyway, moving on. We say Tosh is not a third wheel, so please.
No. Continue. This is great. Just let me write that down.
So next time when I have to tell you. So, from even before kids, it's been support. To the extent of, I remember when Annette's first car, like if I would use it, I would wash it. But even her, she could wash the car. Yeah, because we've come from different places and we already used to do these things for ourselves. You understand? So we just continued it in a way that let's be more supportive. Honestly, because of work, started pulling towards she would handle more of the house things, and then I would come in and support where I can. Yeah, because she'd work from home. Yeah. So I'll do what I can. If we don't leave the house, I can do the shopping. Yeah, you just send me the list. I'll do the shopping as I come home. The days where I'm home early, I can cook.
Yeah.
But when kids came into play, it became a different ball game. Okay, let me say the twins. When the twins came into play, came a different ball game. So we honestly didn't have a help before.
Yeah.
We tried, didn't really see the need of keeping one full time. But when the twins came, yes, we did. For those who know the process of getting a house help.
Yeah, you had yours.
Guys.
Now you see,
please.
These are things that mothers discuss in their mommy and me groups. These are things you need to talk with your boys. Like, hey, by the way, you guys, maybe looking for help, for a house help. And nikama si party.
It's not even about Kamasi party. The process, let me tell you something. When it comes, because we've grown up in a society where the mother is in charge of the house. So you see, most of the decisions for the house will be through.
Yeah.
Will be through them. So even if I've said, let me try and help because I can see how you get worked up because we've gotten a house and the house literally lasted 24 hours. Yeah.
24 hours?
Yes.
Okay. So did you pay her for the 24 hours?
The fare to come and the fare to go back.
Where? Okay.
No, that's salary by the way. Because, so you see, how do you support? I can say, I can ask. As a man, I don't know where to ask. Maybe I can go back to my mother and ask, how can I get her house? Yeah. But you see, it'd be easier for her to get through her connection instead of through me. Because already because of society, we know it's the lady's part of the role for the lady. So that's the challenge I experienced. I think like if there's a way that we can...
You just do it.
It's not that easy.
No, like...
It's not that easy. You're saying it because you're a chick.
Yeah. I'm writing that down. Look at Tosh. No. You feel like I'm not... Please just act like I'm not here.
No, but as in for real.
No. What I'm saying is, you see it because society says this. Like,
Yeah.
Just ignore society.
The same thing. I have tried it. But you see already, because mentally we're already wired that even if I bring it, it's her who's
like
deciding,
training and like...
Because she's the one who's going to be in the house with her. The reason is because she's the one who's going to interact with her.
I feel like, yours is an isolated case. In the sense that this person is at home like most of the time. Yeah. So even me, like how I do things is how I'd want to train this person to do things. I understand that. But also, if someone has shown that I want to do this, like let me take this up, I feel like that's fine. Then you support where you can. Yeah, that's fine.
So we share roles.
Okay.
I think we don't have something in the house that this is a man's thing to do. Except for taking the car to the garage. But yes.
Until the day I die, that is a man's thing to do. That is...
I was reminded.
Listen, where's my camera?
I was reminded.
Until the day I die, it is a man's job to take my car to the garage. Until the day I die. Because I don't know what they're talking about. I'm sorry. Yeah. Okay. I like that you don't subscribe to gender roles. Yeah. Because when a modern day, everyone works. So I think the way you came, Sasa, you just find an understanding. Because everyone was doing things for themselves. So you find an understanding and you work there. So I wanted to say something.
Yeah, the only one that I subscribe to is that at the end of the day, you're still the provider and protector of that household as a man.
Oh, that's not taken away.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
What if, can I twist that? God forbid, like let's say now you're transitioning. Maybe you're in and out. And she's the one who's holding fort. Is that a problem?
No, that's not a problem at all. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
But it's provisional just because of the money.
Yeah.
That's a mistake.
Economical.
That's the mistake, guys.
So I'm making it economical.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. What are other things? There's emotional as well.
There's emotional.
What else can we add to that list?
There's leadership.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. That's good. Yeah. I think also,
What I'd like to add is I'm the number one ear.
You're what?
Number one ear.
Oh.
So in case she has, I should be the first person that she feels she should be able to open up to. I think that's the most important. And vice versa, yes.
Yeah, and vice versa. So even before, maybe even before it gets to the WhatsApp, you're just like, then it's imeshindikana in that situation is when now you can now find out, okay, fine, what else can I do? Because many a times what I've found with stories about men, maybe I've not experienced it myself, but you don't communicate what you've been going through. It's like you want someone else to assume and to just see that anyway, this person is suffering. And then, the thing is with a boiling pot, it reaches a point where it'll pop. So how do we allow you guys to not reach the point where you'll pop? How do we encourage you to communicate more? I think that should be the take-home message from this episode, that as fathers, because fatherhood is also, it's challenging. Of course, there are ups, there are downs. It's not linear. But at the end of the day, we want you to be able to talk, to speak about the not so easy times, the challenging times, of which you've refused to tell me some challenges you've experienced. But yeah, you can tell me.
Okay.
Yeah. Or you can tell the audience.
Before that, I think the best, I think the best help would be from other fathers.
Okay.
That's the easiest route. If I tell Baraka or ask Baraka, hey, what's going on? You don't look yourself. That's easier than his wife asking him.
Let me tell you, I know the production team is liking this conversation so much because I was asking them a question. Now, besides fatherhood, just as a man in general, if talking to your partner about a vulnerable situation is something that you consider, and they were just like, no, let me talk to my boys.
It's easier.
It's easier.
Okay, I think we'll debunk Someone
of course
said
we'll
it's
come back
safer.
to
It's safer. We'll debunk that another day. But Sawa, yeah, I think that as long as you're talking to someone and you're getting your solutions, the idea is to not just stay and then one day you explode because something happened and no one knew. Yeah. So tell me the challenges. Before we close, what are some of the challenges that you've experienced? And I think even just as new dads are coming into the scene, maybe they can anticipate them and just see how to, work around these challenges.
I think for me, I said communication.
Okay.
And assumption. We have grown up knowing that the ladies who who goes through a lot after delivery, we've been the one taking care, especially after that. Whoever who came up with 2 weeks did not help the situation.
Yeah.
Because you are there for 2 weeks, but most of the 2 weeks you're taking care of the visitors. So now when you go back to work, the visitors stop coming. The mother stays alone with the kid, and then that space alone.
That tree has decided today is the day. Anyway,
It's waving, saying hi.
And it's saying hi. Oh, hi back.
So there's that. So all attention goes to them when you start seeing them spiraling, going down. But then no one looks at the father side, and as you said, yes, they won't share. They will put on the tough mask and go on with life.
Yeah.
And then places where, like, I know for us, we had reached a point where we not really communicate about our problems, to each other. But it just reached a point where now you're like, it's wall to wall. It's wall to wall. So it forced hard sit down for us to really agree that, I know you're suffering, you're not at the best place, but it's vice versa also. Yeah. So I want to make you feel like, I know you're not having your best, but I'm here to support you.
Yeah.
But I also want to feel the same.
Okay.
And I know men don't like opening up because it opens like you've taken skin off and you're
you feel naked,
vulnerable.
Exposed.
Yes.
What is that?
But honestly, after that experience, we felt like huge load of you. But it's not the easiest thing.
That's true.
Yeah. So I don't know how. I don't know. This is enough for psychologists and other fathers to help other fathers find a way of expressing, or even mothers ask your husbands how they're doing. So that period of after like 6 months, 7 months, where it's just you and the kids and people have stopped visiting. It's just you and your children. You've had 4 nights of
no sleep
because baby's now teething. So there's that whole process, because remember, you're juggling a baby, but now I've gone back to work, I'm now juggling work and coming. My aim is to come back and support you. But if I feel like we're bashing heads, I start now closing that first door
to find out how each other is
doing. Then support each other where your problems are.
Exactly.
Because I'm also meant to supporting you to get back to your normal work life.
Back to you. Your normal self. Yeah. What about you, Tosh? Wait, so communication was the challenge?
Communication was the challenge.
Okay.
Is this during or after, or just in general?
In general, as a father.
Oh, in general.
Yeah.
Okay. So depending on your social economic environment, people will tell you, "Oh, diapers. Wait, diapers." So from that period henceforth, all you're thinking about now is, "Kwani, how expensive are these diapers?" So you kind of, because you are as a man, you now start thinking about that one path, and then there's this whole thing that you're not thinking about, which where was I going with this?
Diapers. It's like now you're hyper focused on providing.
Yes, you're hyper focused on providing. Yeah. So the same way there's information and classes and for mothers on being pregnant and then how to take care about, to be great for or for fathers
as well. No, say it with your chest. Say it with your chest, please. Don't whisper.
Great for fathers as well.
To have those classes.
Tosh, let me ask. If I could ask.
Ask.
Did you know what sizes of what diapers?
Sizes of diapers?
No.
What was your first experience when you were sent to go buy diapers?
I just asked what size. It was like, it's written 8 kgs. I'm like, it's written 8 to 12. So do I? Yeah.
Oh, the variation.
You.
Man, no, I've gone to buy diapers and I came home and I was asked, what size is this?
Let me tell you something.
Guys, there should be like a chart
Even me myself.
at every mall, every shop.
Yeah.
Says this age takes this one. Big in bold.
But I feel like the sizes
No,
are there.
it's on the pack. You
It's on
see,
the pack.
it's on
Yeah.
the pack, but it's small on the corner. You
Oh,
get? As
you
a father, you see, put yourself in that place where you've been sent coming from work at 10 p.m., 11 p.m., even 2 a.m. sometimes.
Yeah.
You told to go buy diapers. Your first experience buying diapers.
So it needs
You
to be
won't go
bold.
in and you see, you won't go in and look like this from size. This first of all,
This is even for
there's
adults.
newborn. Then there's babies. Then there's children. Then there's adults.
Yeah.
Me, I'll go where I see most diapers. I look
Which is babies.
smaller size. No. Okay, it's babies. But it's
Yeah.
not newborn. Remember this experience you're having when you're newborn.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah. So like, because even the days where I'm like being sent for diapers, but the diapers at home, there's a whole pack that's not been opened.
Oh, but
Big one at the corner. That's when you learn, somebody brought for you size 3 diapers and you just have a newborn.
I know, that's good.
That's good. But
Yeah,
you
they were
see,
thinking ahead.
you see, I be with my financial mental space at that time.
Yeah.
Try to be provider so that I provide also them saving and stuff like that.
Mm.
So I'm like, why am I buying new diapers? And the whole
Oh, because there are diapers there.
like there's diapers. See, I'm not thinking of that at that point that way.
Now, this is leading into Tosh's point for the baby and me classes. All those prep
all those
classes,
things.
fathers need to be included in those classes as well.
Although in defense of our church, they have parenting classes that we've never.
Parenting classes are after you've gotten the child.
Oh yeah, it's after.
Yes.
Okay, then.
But shouldn't it be before to start?
But see, that's what I'm saying. Like, if it doesn't
Okay.
mean advertised, parenting classes are for people who have children.
That's okay. But yeah, so we need to include men from beginning.
From beginning.
Yeah, because
we
also
need
I
to know.
think it's also a great way of learning how to support the woman. As you were saying, sometimes there's that communication barrier. You also learn how to support the lady in the pregnancy, labor and delivery, and even postpartum. But even you're learning how to care for the baby because you are also a primary. I just want to repeat this. You are also a primary caregiver.
yes.
Yeah. Not secondary, primary caregiver. So at some point, your role is not support. Your role is do. Yeah. Hey, we've talked a lot, guys, and I feel like we can even continue, but time is not on our side. This is a parting shot. What do you want to tell? 2 things. What do you want to tell a new dad or someone who's just stepped into the scene of fatherhood? And a father figure in your life, what is something you want to tell them? It doesn't have to be your dad, a father figure in your life who you grew up with. Is there someone who you can consider to be a father figure? Maybe they not shaped, but they kind of like, led you into the space of becoming a man, a father, etc.
I feel like it was a community. Like it's not one person.
Thank the community.
Yeah,
So now
just
a
thanking
word
the
to
community.
them and to the new fathers. We'll start there and then we can go to you.
For me first, man, all father figures I had, I think for me, because of that traveling a lot, I had a lot of people who stepped in as father figures. And I appreciate that process. And really thankful for them stepping in. And also thankful for my father coming back and attempting to rekindle all the time that he was not there. Sadly, at the teenage age, I'm there like now.
Hey, he was going through things.
Yeah.
Hey, he was going through things.
But guys, being a father is a joy.
Oh, okay. I love that.
Yeah. I understand when guys can't explain what being a father is. I really don't understand. Because I don't know what word to put, where to start. I just think it's a whole experience, and I don't know. I don't regret a step of it. And I know we're in a society where we have a lot of fathers who are not in contact with their children because of other problems, but I really want to big up those men who really stay there to support their kids, even if they're not in a relationship with the mother. And having people around you who are going through that journey, I also want to really big up.
Thank you. Thanks. That's for me.
So it's a journey which, man, can't be explained. I don't know what to say, but I want just appreciation for every man who's a father, and every man who's aspiring to be a father. Man, being a father it's a good place to be. You don't have to have your own child for you to be a father. You can take up somebody and just
if that's the path you've chosen.
That's the path you're choosing. Take up some, support them, push them through.
Okay.
So that support that leads to many other things ahead.
And the new dad, what are you telling a new dad?
Hey guys, you still can sleep now. Sleep, because the lack of sleep is not a bad thing. It's because it can be overjoyous and stuff like that. But you need that energy, and it's a sacrifice you have to make. So prepare yourself well. And find people who can support you to that period.
Okay.
Me, luckily, I have people I can throw my kids to take care of.
I was telling you, the twins just came
the
in
weekend.
The twins came. We're in the hospital with now the first one, and then he's just like, okay, fine, so you'll go with her today. I'm like, all right.
You can. Your sister, auntie
but
number
she's
one.
so. But then for real sleep, because where kids have energy.
Yes.
Wow. Yeah. What about Tosh? Over to you.
To new fathers, it's the greatest gift that God can give you.
Wow.
So just don't let the fear paralyze you, because that can happen. It's the greatest gift as being a father. To the community that has helped me model what a father looks like. Thank you.
Karibu sana. Now, guys, I know even for me, this was a difficult episode. I struggle talking to men and relating to men's problems or issues.
We're hardcore.
But I'm also very grateful that you honored the invite and you're happy to talk about it. I have some small things for you in celebration of Father's Day.
Socks.
Socks. It's a thoughtful gift. Brave of you, Tosh.
Watch a barber shop.
And these are from Gifting Kenya. So guys, if you want to get gifts for your loved ones, Gifting Kenya. Yes, we have to plug. Gifting Kenya is a place where you can get, curated gifts. Remember what? Lift it so the camera can see. And they have their Instagram page. We'll tag it. And this is just for our guests of the day. This is in celebration of Father's Day. I know bado tuko mapema, but happy Father's Day in advance.
Thank you very much.
Your sacrifices, your efforts are not unseen.
Thank you.
And I hope that will, make you smile kidogo. That Kadeo, you're just like, she broke the remote. You're just like, but I got a cup and I remembered saying, fatherhood is the greatest joy of my life. Yeah, balance. So thank you so much for coming. You guys want to be found on social media? Do you want to plug yourselves? Ama mko sawa tu?
Sure.
Plug yourselves.
I changed my handle recently. That's why I'm like, what did I change it to?
Hey.
H Tosh Gitonga.
Okay, we'll put it under. It's okay.
I try to make my page for work. I try being the keyword.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sawa.
Yeah.
Mine is straightforward. Baraka, Simiyu, across. I can't say across all platforms because
you're only on one.
No. This is how I'm on TikTok, but you don't know.
You're on TikTok.
Imagine because of work.
Please.
No,
boomers, go back to your places.
Like literally, we are learning because of work.
Yeah,
It's I am learning.
It's a nice place to be.
You've seen that meme going around of sound engineers, the photos on their phones.
Oh yeah.
That's literally how my phone is.
Yeah.
just photos of something saved on my mixer and what. So I'm trying to learn how to actually take stuff that actually more for marketing myself and also for appreciating. I think I'm learning to use that space to appreciate where I am.
Okay.
Where I am. So even that family time. Yes, I know social media. Be careful with everything. But yeah, I think just it's a good place for reminding.
Let me tell you, the way I'm always there putting a love heart on my sunshine's face. My sunshine is my niece, because I'm like, yeah, you need to protect those kids. So
this is a whole other episode.
It's a whole other episode. Yes.
Don't worry, we'll be back in November, guys. For real, we'll be back in November. But thank you so much for coming.
Thank you.
You can find them on their handles. They're trying to exercise their creative bone clearly.
Yes,
and we love it for them. And that's it for the episode. So we just want to celebrate all the fathers. Even for me, shout out to my dad, who's already been appreciated. Shout out to him. He did a good job. We are very similar, so we also butt heads. But happy Father's Day to you. And please follow, share, subscribe. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. And please share this with someone who may benefit from the conversation. And let's support our fathers out there. So happy Father's Day to all the fathers out there. We love you and we appreciate you.